Hello everybody. Okay, I'm happy right now, Ima. I'm speaking with Ima on Skype, so I think you guys cannot see her, but she has a couple of questions, frequently asked questions, so I asked her to come here and then I'll be happy to reply. And hello everybody who's watching me here,
hello.
Friends, everybody. All right.
I love having to see your jazz hands. I love it.
All right. I'm here, Ima. If you have any questions and you think the clients have any consideration, I'm happy to respond. And just one thing I want to just mention that there are 3 cameras, so maybe I'm not focusing on the right camera. I apologize. But anyway, right now I'm with you, Ima. Let me know if you have any questions.
Beautiful, Seyed. I think we've got I'd say a couple of burning ones that are the most main questions, really. When people come to me asking, could they have a reaction with the products? If so, what does that mean in terms of their skin? Yeah, what happens to their skin? What's the reaction mean?
All right. Okay. That's a very good question. Thank you so much. And I think most of the customers, they may have similar question. So the first step is the customer should know the functionality of our product. So they have to go through the user guide. They need to study before they start using. And also they need to read all the instruction written on the back side of each bottle. But particularly about PDT and SDT, which they are the most important products in our Ungex group of their products, and they need to read it carefully. So one of the thing is the people that they have very sensitive skin, they normally may face some kind of reaction, and that reaction probably caused to the population density of mites, and we call it the die-off reaction, because when they start using the PDT, they attack the nasty mites. So when they attack the Demodex mites, the Demodex might die and the bacteria and the infections from their body come out. So that's something I can say it's a good signal. However, they need to adjust it. So one of the best ways is to communicate with their Demodex consultants, the Demodex care consultant, and ask them about their situation, and then of course the Demodex care consultant will explain to them that how they have to dilute the PDT with the plain water. So that's very important. So one of the reason can be the reaction caused by death of the Demodex mites. The other thing can be due to the sensitive skin, because any product which we may use on our skin may have some kind of reaction. So both of them can be considered positive. There is nothing to worry, but they need to contact the Demodex care consultant in order to moderate and try to adjust it. I have a nice metaphor for this one. Usually I use it when I speak with the people or in seminars when we want to explain about the possible reactions of the product. The metaphor of spices. If I want to eat some spicy food for the first time, if I have some sores in my mouth, so I will feel some, reactions. So what I'll do, I dilute that food with the water or yogurt or something. So PDT is a very helpful natural based herbal based ingredients, and if they use it properly has no side effect. However, if they use full strength, it may cause some kind of reaction, which part of that can be die-off reaction, which is caused by lots of death of the Demodex. The other, the skin may have some kind of natural reaction. Of course, gradually these reactions will be less and less until they feel everything is fine. But in the very beginning, for the first couple of weeks or even month, they need to dilute it with the water. Does it make sense? I'm not sure if...
Yeah, that was so good. Yeah, that's exactly...
Yeah, that's
analogy for people to understand, because
yes.
I think, I'm sure you can agree a big part of what they invest is our consultancy. So, we're here to make sure. I think a lot of people, they see the PDT and go, yes, that's great, that's the strong stuff, but they go in a bit too hot, too quick with that spice.
Exactly.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's why I use the spicy food. Like
Yeah.
someone likes the Mexican food or Indian food, so they have to understand there has lots of spices. Spices definitely have lots of advantages, vitamin C, etc. However, they need to be prepared how to encounter that one. They should have some glass of water, they should have some like a yogurt, and they try to dilute it in order to tolerate that reactions.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest part, as you said, so the skin's tolerance levels can work up to it. Seyed, I do have another question sort of
Sure.
very similar to that. Custom asked, if I do have a reaction, can I still use the Ungex treatment? And I guess you just spoke about using that dilution, which is on the user guide as well. I guess some people are worried, especially if they're allergic as well. So what would you sort of recommend? The same thing, really, I guess?
Yes, exactly. To be honest, the best way is to try to get used to the product very gradually and smoothly. There is no specific formula. Although in the user guide we recommend them to consider like 10 part of the water with 2 parts of PDT. This is something general, but they can see if they have super sensitive skin, so the dilutions will be different. They can use more water, but gradually and little by little, when they feel the reactions are less, then they can increase the amount of the PDT and reduce the amount of the water. So it's better they go very smoothly, and definitely contact with their Demodex consultants, because sometimes there might be some other things involved, like the people, they may use the PDT with some other treatment at the same time, or they don't know how to use it. For example, one of the best things that I need to remind your clients, we need to remind them that they need to they should not use the PDT under dry skin. It's better they dampen, and they, for example, when their face and skin is little wet, then that's the best time to use it. Or they can just simply actually pour a little bit of water on their hands, and then they spray, and then gradually they use it. So it means there is a technique. There is nothing complicated. However, they need to consider it carefully.
Yeah, totally. And thank you for clarifying that. I think just while we're talking as well, I think a lot of people think if they spray PDT like on a cotton pad or something like that, that's applying it, but it's really not, is it? It's
definitely not. Very good point. PDT is very strong, although its natural base, herbal base, is very strong against Demodex mites and other parasites. But if they use anything else like a cotton, or even if they put it in other container, or if they mix it with water and keep it for a long time, not recommended at all, because they may cause some changes in the chemistry of this actually combination. So it is important to keep the door tightened, and then they do not use anything else, just hands and skin. Even if you have some clients, they have blepharitis, so this around the eyelashes, very sensitive area. So they normally say, okay, we use a cotton or something else. We should tell them, please avoid. Just wash their hands carefully, and then when their hands and their face is wet, they can spray little bit on their fingers, and then very gradually under the eyelids. So this is how they have to use it, and don't use anything else at the same time.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much. I
No
just
problem.
thought of that because a lot of people think, if I spray it on that and then apply it, but it's actually absorbing all the product,
Yeah.
And as you said, Sia, about people mixing it, our products, you created the products, and they have been, that scientific making behind it. So there is that chemistry. So a lot of people, why buy it when you're adding to it and totally ruins the properties. So thank you
Exactly.
so much.
Even the water with water is different. That's why we don't know the amount of pH in the water. We don't know the other things inside the water. So that's why they should only dilute with water at the time they want to use it. Please tell them, do not mix with water and keep it for a long time. Do not put in other containers for a long time. Just the same day, the same time they want to use it, they can dilute it with the water.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for clarifying that.
No problem, no worries.
Well, always those questions are number one. If you don't mind, Seyed, while you're there with all the products blazing away, just quickly sort of go over what the protocol is again. That would be great.
Yes, definitely. All right, we have 4 main products. Let me show you from very beginning. We have the Demodex Defense Cleanser, DDC. We have DHT, Demodex Hair Tonic, which is used for the scalp. We have SDT, Skin Demodex Treatment. And we have PDT. Oh, sorry, we have 3 cameras. Yeah, the PDT. Oh, this is not PDT. This is PDT. Pro Demodex Treatment. This camera, and this one. 3 cameras. All right. 3 in 1. I remember. You discussed it for 3 in 1. Yeah.
We don't even script it.
I think these days we are talking about 3. Anyway, so Demodex. Pro Demodex treatment, PDT, is the most important item. However, all of them require it. That's another question. Sometimes the people think one item alone will be enough, especially Demodex Defense Cleanser. This item, without using SDT or PDT, is not enough. Demodex Defense Cleanser is just an item to replace with your existing shampoos and cleanser. Demodex Defense Cleanser alone is not helpful. Another thing which last time, I think in the previous conversation we had together, you asked about the common mistake. So the common mistake is overusing the Demodex Defense Cleanser or any kind of shampoos or cleanser is definitely harmful. We need to use Demodex Defense Cleanser only when our skin is dirty. If it's not as dirty, if it doesn't cause any bad smell or any physical dirt, we should not use Demodex Defense Cleanser because it's strong and we don't need it. So instead of using lots of time shampoos and cleansing our skin, over cleansing, it's better we just try to learn how we can keep our skin clean with the warm water and rinse it with the cold water. So that's my recommendation. So the first item was Demodex Defense Cleanser, DDC, which can be used on all over our body, including scalp, face, body, as a cleanser, as a shampoo, as a body shower. However, we should avoid overusing. Anything I missed for DDC, Emma?
No, that was
okay. The next one is.
I do have a question. So,
Sure.
Could you? A lot of people think when their skin is oilier, they think that's a problem. So define, that dirt, I guess, to clarify that for them.
Very good. Very good question. Very good question. Thank you for reminding me. That's again another common mistake. We think that the oil is dirt. That's not true. The oil of the skin is something very helpful. It's required to protect our skin. It's feeding our cells, and we need the oil. The natural oil on our skin is something very good and helpful. That's not the sign of dirt, and we should not actually remove it. We need it. That's something helpful, unless if the dirt come and it causes a bad smell. So the natural oil, the sebaceous glands, the oil glands produce it is just for protection of our skin against environment, and it's very helpful things that we should not remove it with the cleanser and then replace it with the harmful chemical cosmetic. That's a common mistake. The role of DDC is not to control the natural oil, is just to control and remove the dirt. When the skin is dirty, it's the right time to use the Demodex Defense Cleanser. However, the best time to use the Demodex Defense Cleanser is at night right before bed. Actually, all of our products should be used at night. It's a kind of nightcap, because when we want to sleep, it's the right time to use the products, because when we are sleeping and when it's dark, Demodex follicularium and Demodex brevis, they come on the surface of the skin, they start eating and they mate. So that's why before bed is the best time to use our products. And if we want to go to take a shower and wash our face and body and we feel our skin is really dirty, then they have to use the little bit of the shampoo or DDC, and then after washing their face with the warm water, they should definitely, I emphasize, definitely rinse with cold water. Please do not forget. If the people forget to rinse with the cold water, they prepare the good space for their reproduction. So that's very fundamental. You know, the user guide and the protocol of Ungex is very simple. However, it's super important, and they need to consider it.
Yeah, I think that's where people get a bit lost in when you break it down, you know, and you explaining it. It all works together. I see it. I think that's, you know, at nighttime is the right time.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah, so nighttime is the right time. I like it. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, no, that's so good. And then after you do the cleansing, it's the hair tonic, and then we do the
yes. So DDC. Yeah. But one more advice. We have 4 products. All right. Yeah. I show you 4 products. DDC is the product that we need to learn and try to get used to use it less and less and less. Maybe for the beginning, we shouldn't quit quickly. We have to quit our bad habits gradually, step by step, not overnight. So we start reducing the amount of the Demodex Defense Cleanser gradually. Maybe if we got used to wash every night, then we have to change it to every other night, then once a week. Maybe after sometimes we reduce it less and less. But the other products is upside down. We have to start with little bit and then gradually increase it. So DDC is like this way. Yeah. Reduce the amount gradually during a 3-month, 4-month, less and less. That's why those good customers that they use our products properly, normally they have extra DDC in their stock.
Yeah.
But those who finish it very quickly, it means they are using it in a wrong way. The other products is upside down. It means we start very gradually. We have to dilute it with the water. We should not rush in using it straight away, and try to use it gradually, little by little. However, when our skin gets used to that, when the population density of Demodex mites reduces, then that's the right time to increase the amount of the other products. So the next one is DHT, Demodex Hair Tonic, which again we use it for the scalp. On the scalp, it's the only item that should be used only on the scalp. It's obvious because mentioned Demodex Hair Tonic. The other product can be used for the entire body. And that's again on the wet scalp. It doesn't need necessarily to be after shower. However, if you want to use it without taking a shower, be sure that your scalp should be a little bit damp or wet. And the next one is SDT. SDT and PDT, they are almost same ingredients and same formula. However, the SDT is milder, is little bit optimized to be less reaction on the skin, especially for sensitive skin. So it has been advised for the sensitive skin, especially for people that they have rosacea or dermatitis seborrheic or blepharitis, etc., to start using the SDT, but still they need to dilute it. But the PDT is stronger. They can use it at the same time on their personal items like comb, towel, etc., as well as on their skin after 2nd month. So in this way, for the first month, they don't need to use the PDT on their skin, especially if they have sensitive skin, but they can use the SDT. So the SDT and PDT. Another thing for PDT is very important. Many people, they may ask if our pillow cases are clean. Do we still need to use the PDT? The answer is yes. Why? Maybe that's a good question, right? They say if our pillowcases is clean, we already washed it in the washing machine, exposed it to the sun, etc. Why should we use the PDT on the clean pillowcases? The reason is...
Yeah, totally. Well, yeah, I was going to say there's any to protect you from any bacteria coming off your skin or going back onto your skin as well. So
exactly.
That's a quiz for me.
Exactly, because you know the pillowcase is like the station, like the airport, you know. And then even the pillowcase is clean and is already cleaned and there is no Demodex on that. When we sleep and we put our face on the pillowcases, the Demodex mite at night, they come out of the sebaceous glands and hair follicles, and they come and they land on the pillowcases. Then when I'm sleeping, I change my position. The Demodex mite from pillowcase will transfer to other part of my skin. So that's very important. We keep around 20 centimeters and we spray it on our pillowcases 1 or twice at least, because then if the Demodex mites come out of our skin, as soon as they go on the pillowcases, they will be killed.
Yeah, totally.
Because Demodex mite, the PDT can kill the Demodex mites in a couple of minutes maximum.
Yeah.
But when they are under skin, it's difficult. But that when they come on a pillow, on the like the comb towel, we need to use it.
Yeah, and that's where they. Well, that's where they cross transfer as well. So,
Exactly.
Another quick question as well, Seyed. I know a lot of people, they do, they think if they use the products throughout the day, is that beneficial at all?
It is harmless. It is harmless, except DDC, which we don't recommend to use it. It's definitely harmless. However, as I said, in the morning or during the day, the Demodex mites, they are normally living under the hair follicle, and they are most active at night because they try to avoid the light. So if you want to save money and also save the product, it's better we concentrate to use the product properly at night. But the answer is yes, it's not harmful, it's not anything bad, unless they overuse it. Of course, anything should be used properly. But if sometimes they feel that, for example, they have gone to the hair salon or a spa or for other reason, then PDT is helpful even in the morning, in day. Yeah,
beautiful. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you so much, Ima, for your time. Appreciate for your good questions. I'm very happy that you joined our team and you are one of the best Demodex care consultants. And thank you for preparing these questions to be answered.
No, thank you so much, Seyed, and I'm sure we'll do more.
Definitely. I'm always here, happy to answer if any questions, just for having some kind of dialogue, and appreciate for your good questions. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you, Seyed. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you, everyone.